Today, we are going to test the most expensive AI model on planet Earth, ChatGPT 5.1 Pro. Is it worth your hard-earned money? Is it worth $200 a month? We're going to put it through the world famous Alex Finn benchmark test, the one that everyone's talking about. I know for a fact right now, I've been getting sent screenshots and pictures. Sam Altman is watching this live. He is watching this live to see how the model does in our benchmarks. So lock it in, get some popcorn, get ready. It is Benchmark Friday. We're going to be testing a whole bunch of models. We're going to be seeing what's worth your money, what isn't. We'll get into anti-gravity, the most controversial IDE on planet Earth right now. I put out a review a couple days ago. Everyone got upset. Everyone got pissed off. They said, oh, no, Alex, how could you like it? How could you like it? We don't like it. How could you like it? I'll tell you why I like it. I'll go through it again. We're going to cover it all. Go into the chat. Go into the reply. Say, hi, Sam. Hi, Sam A. Say it right now because he is watching. I have confirmation. So go in the replies. Go in the chat. Also, leave a like so we can get this party started. Get tons of people in the party. I'm going to pull open the world famous benchmarks. I'm also going to pull open ChatGPT 5.1 Pro, the most expensive model on planet Earth. Is it worth your money? Should you be getting it? We're about to find out right now. We will also be benchmarking a whole bunch of stuff today. A lot of benchmarks to go through. Let's review it. Let's review where we're at on the benchmark scale with the different models. I love it. Everyone saying hello to Sam. He appreciates it. He appreciates it. He's texting me right now. He is watching. And I also have rumors that Elon will be tuning in very shortly as well, just to see how the 5.1 Pro is going. I think we also have another Grok model. Is it a new Grok fast model for us to benchmark too? Here's where we are in the benchmarks. Right now, Gemini 3 Pro is king. It dethroned Sonnet 4.5 on our last stream. It was massive. Santa Claus. That's a good, maybe that's what he dresses up as for Christmas. Is it better than Claude Code? Ask Amy Leor. Is anti-gravity better than Claude Code? I'm going to be honest with you. No, my daily driver is still Claude Code. But from an IDE perspective, for models, for IDE AI coders, right? Cursor, Windsurf, now Anti-Gravity, Jules, Kiro. Was that the name of the Amazon one that was out for 5 seconds? Anti-Gravity I have as the king of those. From Pure Coder and like the CLI, I have Claude Code as number one. So Claude Code is number one. Are you going to test out GPT 5.1 Codex Max? Yes, we're going to test that out too. Although we tried testing that out on the last one and it wasn't very cooperative with us. So we're going to benchmark a whole bunch of models today. We're benchmarking GPT 5 Codex, GPT 5.1 Pro, all of them. They will all be benchmarked. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So we're going to pull the first benchmark up. We're going to put it in the 5.1 Pro, $200 a month. The bad news is it is extremely slow. The good news is we're taking questions. We're going to be answering questions while it answers our prompts. So let me pull open the world famous Alex Finn benchmark prompts. The first one being a first-person shooter test, 3D first-person shooter test. Let's pop it in. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. We'll send it to 5.1 Pro. How is everyone doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Mr. VP8KW. That wasn't your username last time we chatted, Mr. VP8KW. Am I getting issues on my side here? Oh, it's doing it now in my window. It's not doing it by name. It's doing it by like YouTube tag, which is a little annoying because that's not how I refer to people on here before. It's now doing it by YouTube tag, whatever. Glad I made it for this. This is a big one. This is a big day. So everyone leave a like because this is a big Friday benchmark test. So everyone leave a like down below. How does it do in the benchmarks? We're about to find out. For those who don't know, this is your first stream. If this is your first stream, first of all, welcome to the #1 vibe coding channel and stream on planet Earth. We are breaking ground here. If you're watching, you're in the Fin Fam. Welcome to the Fin Fam. What we do here is I teach you some stuff. I teach you how vibe coding works. I teach you how AI works. We go over the latest and greatest tools, the latest and greatest models. We go through it all. We learn. We laugh a little bit. We go, ha, ha, ha. That's funny. I'm laughing. We get into the chat. You go into the chat. As you can see, it's the most lively chat in all of live streaming. Everyone's pumped. Everyone's getting into it, saying hello. If you're new, you say hi. This is who I am. This is what I'm working on. We have fun. You get in the party. If you got questions, you can ask them in the chat. You can go in the chat and say, hey, I have this question about this. How do you use this model? How do you use this AI tool? You ask it in the chat. If you're wondering who I am, I'm Alex Finn. I single-handedly vibe coded a $300,000 a year app, Creator Buddy. It's doing 300K ARR, built it, vibe coded by myself. I love vibe coding so much. I started a channel. It's now the #1 vibe coding channel on planet Earth. So you are in the right place. If you like AI, if you like vibe coding, if you like entrepreneurship, if you like laughing, if you like breathing, this is the place to be. So we gave our prompt to ChatGPT. We are going to see how it turns out. Let's see here. I was playing with Nano Banana yesterday. I had a post that went viral. I created a photo of all the big guys, the Alex Finn live streaming fan club. Picture of them all together. What are we at? Almost 300K views, 3,000 likes. No big deal. Nano Banana is sick, by the way. Friday equals coding hard. Yeah, I think we're going to test all the. We're going to have to come up with new prompts, though. We're going to have to come up with new prompts. We're going to have to come up with new prompts to test the harnesses. We need to be able to incorporate harnesses into our tests, because right now all the benchmarks are just the models themselves in the chatbot. Let's see how 5.1 Pro is going here. Am I doing a good job of killing time while it thinks? All right, let's see what it's thinking. Let's see. So we asked for benchmark #1, build a 3D first-person shooter in a single HTML file. Make it stylistic, fun, and visually appealing as possible. Add mechanics, power-ups, and enemies you think will make the game beautiful. So it's writing the code in 3JS. It's creating a simple FPS with 3JS. It's skipping the web search since the task mainly involves generating code. I need to create a full file referencing the 3JS CDN. Let's see if we can actually figure that out. If it can do it in one shot, I'll be very happy. Handling constraints, structuring the game loop, implementing player movement, implementing power-ups, managing game loop, designing environment elements. Okay, let's breaking this down step by step. Can you put the README file you put into your projects in the chat? Can you put the README file? What do you mean, like the rules file? Davey Vaneste 6398. You mean like the Claude rules file? Is that what you're looking for? If you're looking for the Claude rules file, Davey Vaneste 6398, I got good news for you. I just recorded a Claude code video that I will be posting next week, because I will be visiting family for Thanksgiving. So I recorded a couple videos I'll be posting while I'm on vacation. And one of them covers the rules file, the Claude rules file. So that will be in the description of that video. So hang tight. Make your turkey sandwich. Make your cranberry sauce. Make your pumpkin pie. Sit down with your family. Turn on the TV. Airplay my channel. And you can watch my Claude rule, and your whole family can watch my Claude rules special. Yes, Nano Banana is incredible. Seed Dream is nice too, but surprisingly nearly exactly the same in their image responses. I don't know what Seed Dream is. Seed Dream is not a thing I've ever used. Is that a tool I should be using? We are 5 minutes deep into GPT 5.1 Pro doing our first benchmark test. Let's while we do this, maybe we start working on the harness test prompts. I think we could start doing that. I think we can start working on the harness test prompts. I think for the harness test, we want to do a little bit more advanced 3D simulators. So maybe we do like a 3D world simulator. Build a 3D world simulator. If you have ideas for 3D simulators you want built out, put in the chat right now. We have to build the benchmark test out for the harnesses. So Composer 1, we're going to test out. We're going to test out GPT 5.1 Codex Max, plus, C++. Build a 3D world simulator that is completely interactive. You can explore the world, click anywhere, and get information. Fun and easy to use. Beautiful. Hey, Alex from South Africa. Shout out at SadDevT7T. I wish the chat, it wasn't the ats. I wish it wasn't the handles. I wish it was like the actual names. I don't know why StreamYard's screwing me over here. Don't get your hopes up for GPT 5.1 Pro encoding. Just saying, says D we 1635. Why is that? Why can't I get my hopes up? It takes 48 minutes to do every task. Why can't I do it well? How did you come up with the idea for your project? Says Frau Tashomi. Frau Tashomi, let's do a little lesson time while GPT 5.1 Pro is working here and thinking. Go Patriots. Here's how it works. Here's how you come up with winning $1 million ideas. Here's how you come up with $1 million ideas and how I came up with the idea for my project. Do this. Get a pen and paper, get a notebook. We'll get into the benchmark in a second when GPT 5.1 Pro finishes for me. Get a pen and paper, get a notebook. Live your life. Day-to-day basis, live your life. And what you want to do is, as you're living your life, write down any challenges you run into, anything that's mildly frustrating. You take the pen, you take the paper. Don't do Apple Notes. Don't do anything on your phone because you're going to get distracted. I know you. You're addicted to your phone, right? So you're carrying around your phone. You're going to be scrolling YouTube and Instagram and TikTok all day. I know you. You sicko, right? So get a pen and paper. As you're living your life, write down any mildly frustration challenges you have, right? Oh, I did this. This was a little too difficult. I did this. This was a little too annoying, right? And then what you do is you go back after a few days, go to your computer, open up whatever you want. My favorite's Claude Code. You can open up Cursor. You can open up whatever the hell kids are using nowadays. Anti-gravity. I like anti-gravity. It's my favorite IDE. Sue me. Anti-gravity is my favorite AI IDE. Sue me. A lot of angry comments on my last anti-gravity video. I don't care. That's my opinion. You go shove it. You go sit down and you build a solution to one of those challenges, right? So for me, one of my challenges was I love Twitter. I love tweeting. I love the art of tweeting. And I wanted to see what tweets worked well and what tweets didn't. And so I would every day fill out a spreadsheet with all my tweets and all the metrics, the likes, the retweets, everything into it. And that would take some time every day. That would take a lot of time. I put it in the spreadsheet, then I review the spreadsheet. I have like thousands of rows in this spreadsheet, right? So I said, this is mildly frustrating. What if I could automate this? And so I built a tool that automatically pulls all my tweets and puts it into a spreadsheet that I can review. And then I sprinkled a little AI on top of that, and the AI would review my tweets. And Creator Buddy was born. And I shared my journey and I released it, and a bunch of people signed up. And I think within 5 minutes of releasing it, it was at $100,000 ARR. I think within 2 hours of releasing it, it was at $200,000 ARR. And then I think 2 weeks later, it was at like $300,000 ARR. Boom, successful SaaS business, right? So that's how you do it. That's your process for coming up with winning $1 million ideas. Look for things that are challenging in your life. Build a solution to those challenges. The best case scenario is you release it and you make a ton of money. The worst case scenario, no one buys it, but you just made your life easier. You just made your life easier because you built a tool that solves one of your own problems. So the worst case scenario is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty cool. It's actually a pretty cool worst case scenario. That's how I came up with Creator Buddy. That's how I came up with the idea for Creator Buddy. That's how I started the YouTube channel right when I started building Creator Buddy too, because I'm like, let me document my journey. Boom, I have 50,000 subscribers, #1 vibe coding channel on YouTube, #1 vibe coding media source on planet Earth, #1 vibe coder on planet Earth, #1 human being on planet Earth, some would say. Some would say. I'm not saying that. I don't think that. I don't agree with that. I don't think I'm the #1 person on Earth, but some people are saying that. I'm trying to utilize the remainder of my Claude Code free bonus credits before the 23rd to refine my app, and I built on Google AI Studio. That's great. You should be using the Claude Code. Remember, it's Claude Code for Web is the free credits. Claude Code for Web is the free credits. Did you sleep a little? You're as motivated as ever, but you look a little tired today. Do I look tired? Am I tired looking? I slept great I actually had one of the best nights of sleep of my life last night. Usually I wake up like 10 to 15 times a night. Looking exhausted? I look exhausted. Is it because I'm just like wearing a sweatshirt? Is that why I look? Usually I'm like swagged out with like a nice shirt. Yes, not going to lie. Everyone's saying I look exhausted. Is it the hair? The hair's getting long. I'm not exhausted. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling spectacular. It's Friday. I think it's my hair too. I'm due for a haircut. Is this your first time being pro? I don't know what that means. I've been professional since the day I was born. Poofy, probably why. I did shampoo my hair 2 days ago, right after the last live stream. So maybe that's why my hair looks a little poofy and I look a little tired. I think I look great. I'm going to be honest. I think I look great. The people who say I don't look great, you're blind. We are now, how deep? 12 minutes. 12 minutes ChatGPT 5.1 Pro. 12 minutes. They're just jealous. Yeah, I think they're just jealous. Would you use the rules file for Gemini 2? 100%. Yes. It seems like Claude Code has... Oh, I got to put on the music. People need their little background music. People need their feeding the ducks. What's feeding the ducks? Oh, I kind of like the feeding the ducks background song. Maybe a little Friday feeding the ducks, huh? Let's do that. ChatGPT 5.0 still implementing shooting and movement mechanics. This better be the number one. Will Gemini 3? It seems like Claude Code has got too much compute. I have unlimited 4.5 within Cursor because I'm on the old plan. It's also very generous in anti-gravity, and they're giving away tons of credits. What do you mean? You have unlimited Sonnet 4.5? What are you, grandfathered into some plan with unlimited Sonnet 4.5? You look great, says Vibecode Creative AI. Your Vibecode Creative AI, your opinion's the only one I care about. So thank you. I found much more success with Codex working in VS Code, says yes. I'm going to be honest. Bit early in the live for synth as background music. All right, we can do something else. We can go with the classic lo-fi. I kind of like the classic. I feel like lo-fi is good coding music. I still think Claude Code's number one. I think Claude Code's been number one since launch. Times have come and gone. Tools have come and gone. Claude Code's always been number one for me. It's just the daily driver. I do like anti-gravity. Here's what I like about anti-gravity. Let's talk a little anti-gravity while ChatGPT 5.1 Pro is still cooking here. You guys want to see why I'm hyped about anti-gravity? That was my most controversial video yet, the one I just put out on anti-gravity. My most controversial video yet. I don't look tired. You look tired. My most controversial video ever was the one I just dropped a couple days ago on anti-gravity. Well, GPT 5.1's, don't worry, GPT 5.1's still the focus of the stream. It's just still thinking. It's 14 minutes in. It's still thinking. Let's talk anti-gravity. A lot of people upset because I liked anti-gravity. A lot of people upset. The most controversial YouTube video I've ever put out. I put it out. Comments immediately stream in. Alex, you're an idiot. Alex, you're stupid. Alex, you're a bum. Alex, you look tired. Alex, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't even understand AI. You're wrong. LOL, 14 minutes in thinking, not usable. But that's not the point of 5.1 Pro is supposed to take a half hour for every prompt. That's the point of it, is it's like a long-term thinking. You don't sit there and stare at it for 20 minutes. You give it a really big, hard task, and you come back. This just seems like a long time because we're using our benchmarks, which typically takes 5 seconds to do our benchmarks. This is taking 20 minutes. I'm not pissed at the speed of 5.1 Pro. Anyway, anti-gravity, my most controversial video. Here's why I really like anti-gravity, for a couple reasons. I like anti-gravity, but it's crashing a lot. Yes, there are bugs. There are bugs. Here's the thing, though. This is where AI programming is going, what you see here. This agent manager view. I don't know why this is like a little side feature of anti-gravity. It should be the main thing. You go in, this is all you see. This should be all you see. This is the agent manager. This is the future of AI vibe coding, right? Where you have all your projects that you're watching all at once, and you can manage them all in one place, right? For me, I always have 10 projects at once going. So now I can manage all those projects in one place instead of having 20 different. If you can see my monitor right now, I literally have 20 different VS codes open right now. So now I can manage them all in one place. I can test them all in one place because it has the built-in Chrome, right? Test them all in one place. I have a playground where any idea that comes to my head, oh, let me just give it to anti-gravity in a playground to test it out. If I like it, then I can move it into a workspace, right? This workflow, I think, is the future of AI coding. Is it flawed? Yes. Are there bugs? Yes. Does it break down every once in a while? Yes. But here's the thing. This is Google. Do you think Google is going to fail at building software? Do you think Google is going to just release something buggy and then it's just, oh, that's it. See you later. They're going to fix the bugs. This time next week, the bugs will be fixed. And what you'll have left is, in what my opinion is, where AI coding is going to be in the future, which is this agent manager, which is you're not writing code, you're not looking at code. Code is no part of the equation. You have AI agents all lined up going, hey, boss, ready to work for you. And you have them and you send them off and they do the job. And then you have a playground area where if you come up with ideas, you can quickly validate them. This is why I believe this is the future and why this is my favorite IDE, right? This is why I believe this is my favorite IDE, because this is the interface I want when it comes to coding. Everywhere all at once, I send prompts, they come back and let me know when they're done, and I'm managing all from one window that I can have up at all times. And in this, and now just like open your, for the people who got pissed off in my anti-gravity video, open your friggin' minds, right? Think about where this is going. Be open. Think about the future, right? Don't get caught up in, oh, I sent a prompt and it broke. Oh, this is the worst ever. No, 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 no. Open your brains up and think about it for a second. What happens when they expand this agent interface, right? What happens when they expand it where you have a mobile app and you have your quick inbox of all your agents working, right? What happens when they expand it into the voice assistant on your phone and you can quickly say, hey, build me this game I just thought of, and you put your phone down and now in your agent viewer, you have your agent going and doing work, right? What happens when it is now hooked into all your voice commands in all your smart homes devices? And I can just sit here and go, oh, hey, build me this app I just thought of. And it goes into your agent command interface, right? So the people who saw my video I put out yesterday and were like, oh, you like anti-gravity? What a moron. You're an idiot. You're just glazing. You're just a hype machine. You're hyping. No, you're a moron. Because you can't see the forest through the trees. Is that the saying? I never really understood that saying. Is that the saying, you can't see the forest through the trees? You can't see the forest through the trees because they're building what's clearly, I think, the interface of the future for talking to AI agents, which is this agent manager. And it's only day one. This is the worst it'll ever be. The bugs, the crashing. It's Google. This isn't some 5 people in a basement building a little app. They have 10,000 engineers that are going to fix the bugs. It's going to be fine. I'm late to the party. Has Alex already benchmarked anti-gravity? No. we are right now working on benchmarking GPT 5.1 Pro. Here's the itinerary for the day. You guys want to know the itinerary for the day? Everyone calm down. Here's the itinerary for the day. Relax. I'll give you the itinerary right now. We're going to benchmark 5.1 Pro. We're going to see how good it does. Then we're going to revise our benchmarks for harnesses. The harness tests need to be different than the model tests. So we're going to revise our benchmarks for the harness tests, and then we're going to benchmark the harnesses. We're going to benchmark anti-gravity. We're going to benchmark Composer 1 and Cursor. We're going to benchmark GPT 5.1 Max, Pro, Max, Plus, Plus, Max, Plus, High, Plus, Max inside a codex. So do yourself a favor, lock in, strap up. We're about to do the first benchmark of GPT 5.1 Pro. Leave a like down below. I want to see 19,000 likes down below, even though there's only 92 people watching, right? I want to see 100,000 likes. It's free to do, so you might as well do it. We're going to copy this code. I'm going to pull open one of my benchmark windows we've been doing this in. I have literally 19,000 instances of Visual Studio Code open. So I need to find the one that was for the benchmarks. Here we go. File, new one. I was also testing Factory Droid last night. You guys familiar with Factory Droid? I was testing that last night. GPT 5.1 benchmarks. Here we go. I'm going to paste in the code. 1,005 lines of code. 1,005 lines of code. I drank a ton of coffee this morning, by the way. I'm going to have to pee 10 times during the stream. That's a record. I think the previous high was about 500 lines of code for the first-person shooter test. Apparently, Opus 4.5 coming out soon. I'm hearing the same rumbling, tumbling, bumblings. I also bet $800 on Kalshi 2 days ago that Sonnet 5 would not come out this year. So I'm hoping this is Opus 4.5 and not Sonnet 5. I bet $800 that Sonnet 5 would not come out this year. So hopefully this is just Opus 4.5. Pee into a bottle. I've tried that before. It's a mess. Too hard. Aim's not good enough. Alex Finzi energized. All right, should we run this? What do you guys think is going to happen right now? We're about to run benchmark test 1. Benchmark test 1 of GPT 5.1 Pro. Are you guys ready? Reveal and Finder. Let me open this up. Here we go. How long did this take? 15 minutes and 57 seconds. 15 minutes, 57 seconds to write 1,000 lines of code. What do you guys think the name of the game is? Can you guess? Because it's the same name as every other AI game we've ever generated. Neon Arena, of course. WASD to move, shift to sprint, space to dash, left click shoot, collect glowing rings for heal, rapid fire, slow-mo. Okay. And just like every other model except for Claude, it does not know how to use 3JS. Nope. That's not the issue. Okay, that's good. It just has another error. Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna have to give it an error. Got this. Here's what sucks is every time we get an error, I'm gonna have to talk to the model, and the model. Hopefully it does it quick. Here's the thing. Listen, if it can't fix it on this try, I'm just giving it to Claude to fix. I'm going to be honest. If it can't fix it on this try, I'm giving it to Claude to fix because Claude fixes it in one go every single time. And then I'm going to deduct a couple points just because I have to use Claude to fix it. But it seems like it's very close. Usually it doesn't know how to use 3JS. This is just, it wrote some function wrong in 3JS. Helping with a type error in web code. It looks like I need to help with this error. Yeah, it looks like you need help with that error, GPT. Yeah, it certainly looks like you need help with that error. I found the web version can get stuck permanently, but on VS Code, it works much better. Which version? What, Codex? It's so annoying, dude. Why is every AI I say make a video game, it's always a cyberpunk purple and blue game? Why? What did they train these AIs on where everything it builds is cyberpunk, purple, and blue themed? What are your top 3 models right now for coding? Very good question. You want me to answer that? I assume you want me to answer because you asked the question. Let's go into an Excalidraw while this is working. People seem to like this list I've been making. Let's do this. People like when I do this. Let's just check in on this, see how fast. Okay. We're on a minute and a half here. All right. What is it? Top 3. What was the question? Top 3 models for coding right now. Here we go. Text. Top 3 models for coding. Here's the thing. I think Gemini might be a better coding model than Sonnet, but I think that Sonnet in Claude Code is the best coding experience. You know what I mean? Like Claude Code's the best coding harness in the world. So it takes advantage of the model the best. So you get the most out of it. So Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code, right? You get what you pick up what I'm putting down there. You understand what I just said there? Next, Gemini 3 in anti-gravity. You follow? You following me? Ooh, people getting upset at that one. 3. Codex 5.1 in Codex extension in VS Code. There you go. There's your top 3. My daily driver. So if you want my daily driver workflow, my favorite workflow, open up VS Code and put Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code on the right in the CLI. Put Codex on the left in the Codex extension. That's the best workflow, right? Even though I love anti-gravity, Gemini 3, I use them all together. But if you want a daily driver, I'm working on one single task workflow, Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code on the right, Codex on the left. If you want to do my new multitasking workflow, which I'm building out now, which we'll have more videos on soon, Gemini 3 and anti-gravity. How we doing here? Should I just say answer now? I feel like I just got to say answer now. We can't spend 20 minutes on every single issue. We can't. I clicked answer now, nothing's happening. The pro model might not be the best for benchmarks. Unless you guys come up with the 100,000 questions. Can you use Codex as an extension in anti-gravity? Yes, 100%. I mean, that's a pretty good point. That's a pretty good point, right? What if we do anti-gravity and then have Claude Code and Codex inside anti-gravity? Now you have 40,000 things working at once. I got to test it. That might be too much, though. Gemini 3 and anti-gravity isn't even in the top 3 of Gemini 3 in. It's better in Kilo Code and Warp. It says ambitious realism creates. Yeah, but as I discussed, ambitious realism creates. I am a very big fan of the anti-gravity user experience with the agent manager. Is it broken? It has its bugs. Does it fail? It fails here and there. But I'm very confident Google is going to fix it. Like, it's Google. We're not talking about some vibe coder in some random country who's working by himself. This is Google. They're going to fix the couple bugs. I love the user experience of anti-gravity. It's interesting they include Claude models in anti-gravity. It is interesting, but I think they understand that Claude's the best coding model. I think they understand that. And that a lot of people prefer it. So they gave the people what they want. How would you compare the browser use in Cursor versus Gravity? A little buggier in anti-gravity, but it does more. It does more types of testing. It does more things. I agree. The harness needs to be fixed. Then it's best in class. Yeah, Claude Code's the best harness, period. How do I click answer now? And it takes another 4 minutes to answer now when I click answer now. Add people. Should we do a quick group chat here in 5.1 Pro? Should I just add you all into the group chat? How would you why Claude Code in terminal versus the VS extension? As a beginner and the terminal more complicated, the extension. If you're a beginner, the extension's the way to go. But I will say this, I started using the CLI more recently. And it does a few things the extension does not. The way it interacts with you is a little bit different. It asks you more questions. It's interesting the way it works. I think the CLI has overtaken the extension again. But if you're brand new, maybe go to the extension because the CLI can be a little intimidating. Cursors is pretty buggy as well. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more bugs in anti-gravity. Try creating an MCP server that calls Gemini 3 Pro for coding and Claude Code. It's a game changer. I need to pee really bad because I've drinking so much coffee. Give me 5 seconds. In the meantime, everyone get in the chat right now. Introduce yourselves and say what you're working on. All right, we're back. Wow, stream grew while I was back. Do people like it better when I'm not here? The stream grew while I was gone. Is the stream better when I'm not on it? All right, here we go. We got the updated code. Let's see here. Come on, GPT 5.1 Pro. We can't be doing this every 5 seconds here. Here we go. I'm about to just give it zeros across the board. I'm already upset with it. I mean, this is why Claude's the best, man. All right, we're just giving the code to Claude. We're just giving the code to Claude. I do not have patience to sit here and for 15 minutes every single prompt have ChatGPT fix itself. We're just gonna have Claude fix it, and then we'll remove a couple points because I had another AI model build a first-person shooter in 3JS, but it keeps getting errors. What was the error? I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for these models that can't figure out how to do super simple friggin' things. Here is the error. Watch this. Guaranteed it fixes it in one go. Guarantee you it fixes it in one go. Guaranteed. I don't want to hear from the people who say, oh, Codex is better, ChatGPT is better, Gemini is better. No. Claude's the best. Claude's the best. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Claude's the best. It's going to fix this in one go. Watch this. It's going to fix it in one single try. Guaranteed. Every time another model messes up, I give it to Claude. It fixes it in one try. The error is having its point and lock controls module from is trying to import 3 as a bare, which doesn't work in browsers without the import mount. Here's the fix. Add an import mount right before you watch this. Oh, give me the complete code. Watch this. No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Conrad Major. I guarantee you if I go in GPT 5.1 high right now and give it this benchmark, it won't do it in one try. Guaranteed. 100% guaranteed. There is no model we've tested in the benchmarks that has nailed this first-person shooter test in one try other than Claude. Every other, even Gemini messed up, but it had a better result at the end. Claude's the only one that can one-shot this. 100% guaranteed. All right, here we go. Let's see if it fixed it. All right, it still generates 1,000 lines of code. Claude's just the best. But is it good for real use cases, actually building functioning apps? Yeah. I mean, I use Claude Code to basically build all of Creator Buddy, which is a full functioning app that a lot of people use. Claude Code's fantastic, end to end. I mean, if you watch any of my videos or in live streams, I use Claude Code to build full back end, front end, everything apps. 5.1 Codex High is fantastic at fixing bugs. I mean, it is pretty spectacular that it wrote over 1,000 lines of code. GPT-1 Pro, 5.1 Pro. That is pretty spectacular. But, like, it's always the small bugs. It can never figure out the small bugs. I used anti-gravity today. Your video on it was very helpful. I still love Claude. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, anti-gravity is my favorite AI IDE development environment for those at home who are new to this game. But Claude's still my favorite coding harness. Would you recommend using Claude in the Cursor terminal? Yes, I would. I mean, I think the best coding setup in the world is Claude Sonnet 4.5 inside of Claude Code. Fixed in one try. Fixed in one single try. One single try it fixed it. One single try. One single try it fixed it. What are our thoughts? What are our thoughts on this? I will say this. If it would have one-shot this without any errors, I would have been supremely impressed. Because for multiple reasons. It's done multiple things better than any other test we've done. It's done multiple things better than any other test we've done. One, whatever's going on the roof, that's sick. No other time we've done this has it added like stylistic things like that into a game. That looks great. The circles going up and down on the roof, that looks fantastic. Why else is this the best? It actually has walls and barriers. Like every other game, it has walls, but you can just walk right through them. I can't walk through these walls. So it actually has like a working level. Two, the power-ups on the floor. Look at the power-ups. I can't pick them up, so that's an issue. But they're like, I think they look cool. These circle rings, like Sonic, usually they're just like a square. So stylistically and looks-wise, I think this is the best out of any model we've ever done. We just unfortunately have to erase points because, and when you get hit, it has like a little red flash on the screen. I think that's cool. Defeated. Unfortunately, and you can pause it with escape. Unfortunately, it couldn't one-shot it. It just had a couple errors. What are our thoughts? Score 1 to 10. Score 1 to 10, taking into account the fact that this was fixed by Claude. Do you use Claude in terminal or in anti-gravity? What's better in terminal? Claude's better in terminal. Here, we'll go back to my list. If you want to vibe code, here's the top 3 ways to do it. Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code, then Gemini 3 in anti-gravity, which is my favorite IDE, right? My favorite development environment. And then Codex 5.1 in Codex extension in VS Code. Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code, still the king. Unless Google can fix all the bugs. But this is I think I already have it above Cursor because of the user experience. 7 from Matt, 6 from Conrad Major, 8 from Simon, 6.5 from Frau. GPT 5.1 Pro. I think 7.2 is appropriate. If it one-shot it and Claude didn't have to fix it, it would probably beat Sonnet 4.5 and hit 8. It probably hits 8. It probably hits 8 if I didn't have to fix it with Claude. It has to be a 0 since it was not able to get it running. Lars, I bet I could have eventually got it running. I just didn't want to wait 20 minutes every time I had to say fix it. With that in mind, let's just open up a new window in 5.1 Pro and just start the next prompt as quickly as we can. So, Elon Musk dance. This is going to be a good one. Elon Musk dancing SVG. So far, the good news is this for this one. So far, every model's been able to one-shot this. This isn't a very complex ask. So I would be very shocked if this didn't work on first try. So we have the Elon Musk dancing SVG. For those who don't know, maybe this is your first benchmark you're tuning into. We're going to build an animation of Elon Musk dancing. How realistic can it make it? Will it look like Elon Musk? Will it move like Elon Musk? Will the arms and legs move like it's dancing? What will it look like? Twitch community reporting in. The one and only, hey, how are you? My headphones are not working, so you can reply to me in chat. Is this a bot? Am I getting botted on Twitch? Game of the year. That might be game of the year. That might be better than Arc Raiders. Nah, I'm kidding. Arc Raiders is the GOAT. Just shows that Claude 4.5, it does. Claude, I mean, it really is unbelievable to think about for a second. We live in like the greatest tech race. My hair looks terrible today. I need a haircut desperately. We live in the greatest like tech race of all time. Right? You have all these multi-trillion-dollar companies racing each other to build the best AI humanly possible. They're all clawing at each other, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the one thing that's been consistent the entire time, the one thing that's been consistent this entire race for 2 to 3 years now, has been Claude has had the best coding model. And I don't think that's really debatable. I honestly don't even think that's debatable. Out of all the things that have happened in AI, the only thing that stayed consistent is Claude has had the best coding model. Sonnet 3.5 in Cursor, and then Sonnet 3.7 in Claude Code, then Sonnet 4 in Claude Code, then Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code. Has been the GOAT beginning to end. I think backend is better. GPT 5.1 Pro. I've heard that too. Matt 3D 2D. Matt 3D 2D. That's a little bit of a tongue twister there, Matt. Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This is not how I use 5.1 Pro primarily. I don't think it's like best for writing code. I think it's probably best for logic and creative thinking and finding novel ideas. But this is just the way the Alex Finn benchmarks work. So we're going to do the Alex Finn benchmarks. Right. Like, let me give you an example of how I use it. Next week, I'm launching the Vibe Coding Academy, and I'm thinking about all these challenges and engagement things we can do in the community, coding challenges, things like that. And I gave it to 5.1 Pro, and it spat me out an amazing list, right? So it's amazing at things like finding novel ideas, creative ideas. But this is the way the Alex Finn benchmarks work. So that's the way we have to do it. That's how we compare everything apples to apples, right? Score 0.1 above whoever was the leader for that first person shooter game. I did a 0.1 below Gemini 3. What do you think is the best coding? What do you think is better for coding between Gemini 3 Pro and ChatGPT 5.1 Pro? Says Sora Nico. If you're going to code out a project, you have to go Gemini 3 because it's going to do it in seconds rather than 20 minutes. But I would use 5.1 Pro as like your thinking, the brain behind it. What do I do? How should I design this? How should I build it? I think Gemini 3 kills Sonnet 4.5 in Cursor. Yeah, but I also don't think Cursor was ever supposed to be the top harness for Sonnet 4.5. I think Claude Code's the best harness for Claude. I don't think anything beats Claude Code as a coding harness. Hey Alex, greetings from Italy. Will you be benchmarking 5.1 Codex Max as well today? Yes, that is the plan. We plan on doing that after this. Which AI voice tool you using, Finn? Which AI voice? I'm going to be honest. I'm just not interested in AI voice stuff, AI sound stuff. I use 11 Labs for a lot of the sound-based AI things I do. So I think 11 Labs is the best, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like, that's not my main use case. So like, I haven't gone super deep into it. I'm not super deep into it. How heavy is Sonnet 4.5 on usage compared to Opus? It's a good amount. I think when you go into Cursor, Sonnet uses 1.5x credits and Opus uses 6x credits, if I remember correctly. So a good amount. Sonnet's a good amount cheaper. But also Sonnet 4.5, I think, is better than Opus 4.1. Like, I'd rather use Sonnet 4.5 over Opus 4.1 anyway, even if you take the credits out of it. Although people saying, I got to keep an eye on Twitter while we do this. People saying Opus 4.5 today. People saying Opus 4.5 today. So listen, you're in the right place. Keep it locked in. Do not leave this live stream. Keep it locked in. When Opus 4.5 drops, you will be here live for it. We will break it live. We will pop it open. We'll immediately test it out. We'll immediately start building with it. We'll probably have it in Claude Code immediately. We'll build cool stuff. Then you will learn about Opus 4.5 when it drops here first. So buckle in, take your mouse, turn off your mouse so that you can't click out of this window, so that you're forced to look at me, so that you're forced to watch me, so that you're forced to stay in the stream, because when this model drops, Opus 4.5, we are going to be covering it end to end. 5.1 Pro is still working on our animated Elon Musk dancing, which is fine. I'm thinking about buying a supercomputer. I'm thinking about buying NVIDIA DGX Spark, their AI supercomputer, for like $4,000, and like building my own models. Should I do it? Would people watch videos on that? If I buy a NVIDIA supercomputer and build my own models, would people be interested in local LLMs? Are people interested in local LLM stuff? And if anyone has a connected NVIDIA, hook me up. Tell them, hey, Alex Finn wants a DGX Spark. He'll make 1,000 videos on it if you get him one. In the end, it will be Google. They have too much leverage. Yes, I agree with this. And this was another point. This is another point I was making in my anti-gravity video that people didn't understand. I put out an anti-gravity video yesterday. It was the most controversial video I've ever put out in my life. Another point I made is that Google is going to win. Google is going to win. Do you think there really is another software company out there that's going to be able to build software better than Google? Like, do you really think anti-gravity is going to be like worse than Cursor for an extended period of time? Do you believe that? Like, you don't think Google can just like figure it out? They are the most profitable company in the history of the world. No company makes more profit on a yearly basis than Google. So they have the most money. They can literally just burn money to get people onto the platform because they have, I think, $90 billion in their treasury. So they have literally unlimited money where they can just give Gemini 3 away for free for years on end and still be a very profitable company. Like, do you guys remember Bard? It was terrible. So what did Google do? They went back to the drawing board. They came out with Gemini, and now it's the best. Like, do you think they're really going to lose? Every other AI company is burning money hand over fist. They're just losing money. Google is the only profitable AI company on planet Earth right now. So my point being this, when I put out a video yesterday, like, oh, I like anti-gravity, I'm most excited about its future. It's like, yeah, Google's gonna, like, you really think these other companies are gonna beat Google? It's software. It's software. It's just writing code. They have the most money and the most resources. I personally think Gemini is better as Ninja Dragon. And it's like, yeah, it just is what it is, baby. Just is what it is. Try pulling a finished Gemini project from anti-gravity agent into Claude Code and tell it to design tests and run them. I was shocked at how low the test coverage passings were. Yeah, I think there's a lot of rough edges around Gemini 3 and anti-gravity. I think there's a lot of rough edges. But keep in mind, we're in like year 3 of like a 10-year AI build out. We're still in like inning 2. We're literally in like inning 2. Like, I'm not concerned about bugs and errors. What is your best CLI or IDE besides Codex, Anti-Gravity, and Claude Code? What is your best CLI? So we're not counting Codex, we're not counting Anti-Gravity, we're not counting Claude Code. What are we left with? We're left with Windsurf, we're left with Factory Droid, we're left with, Kiro, Jules. I'm going to be honest, I haven't used the others a ton, but out of all the ones I used, I guess Factory Droid. But like, who's not able, anti-gravity is free. Claude Code, yeah, it's pricier, but it's the best. Codex, you just need the $20 a month ChatGPT. Like, why are we going to the 5th and 6th in line here? Okay, oh, damn it. ChatGPT does this. It annoys me, ChatGPT, that does this. It has it in like 3 separate, all right, I'm going to see if I can make this work here. It has it in like 3 different sections. So I'm going to paste this in and hope that it just friggin' works. If it doesn't, we're going to have to ask it to like... Well, it worked. One to 10. 1 to 10. Here we go. 1 to 10. Elon Musk animation, dancing animation. I'll give you my thoughts. Here, you put your 1 to 10 in the chat. I'm going to try to catch up on the chat, then I'll give you my thoughts. Yeah, I do the same. I use ChatGPT for thinking what I'm going to do, and then Gemini to code it. Yep, that's sorry, Nico. That's the play. ChatGPT is a really good brain. Gemini and Claude to build out the code. That Claude Code with skills video you made, wowzers, game changer. Oh, thank you. Pro cooling. After 24 hours of reading hate comments on my anti-gravity video, it is nice to see a comment that's like, hey, good video. So thank you. Why is Claude better in terminal than in anti-gravity? Specifics, please, says Jack's Crazy Stories. Yeah, I'll get into specifics for you. Because no company knows their AI model better than the company that made the model, right? Like Anthropic knows how Claude works better than any other company, Google, Cursor, any of them. So they are going to build a harness that's better for the model than anyone else, right? Because that's what Claude Code is. Claude Code's a harness. So it takes the model, Claude Sonnet 4.5, and then it wraps it. And you give prompts, and the prompt goes to the wrapper, and the wrapper's like, okay, Claude, this is what the person typing wants. They want to do this. Here's what you got to do, right? It's kind of the middleman. Claude Code is the middleman between you and the model, Claude Sonnet. Anti-gravity is the middleman between you and the model, Gemini 3. And so Anthropic's going to make a better middleman for Claude than Google will make a middleman for Claude, right? Because they just understand the model better. And so that's why Claude Code's better for using Claude Sonnet than anti-gravity is, in my opinion. Everyone's got different opinions. Everyone, if you like Cursor with Codex better, then you like Cursor with Codex better. If you like Gemini inside of Google AI Studio better, then you like Gemini inside of Google AI Studio better. It's fine. I'm just saying that's what I like. And apparently what I like matters because you're watching this. You're watching the live stream. So what I say apparently has a little weight. But that's what I like. If that pisses you off, that's fine. I'm not pissed off at what you think. You can think whatever you want. It doesn't piss me off that you like freaking, I don't know. Codex 3.1 inside a Codex better. I don't care. Who cares? I love Nano Banana Pro. It's so cool. How do you like Nano? It's sick. It's amazing. Nano Banana is amazing. What's the difference between using Cursor or VS Code, both with Claude? Well, what are you doing inside of VS Code? Using Claude Code? What are you using? Have any of you seen this vibe-driven development handbook? No, I haven't. What's that? Elon Dancing. Here's the score. What'd you guys give it? 5, 6, 3, 3, 1, 3, 5, 4.5. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's weaker. It's weaker than most. 1 to 10, 5 is average. 1 to 10, 5 is average. Probably below average. 4, 7. It one-shot it, and at least the limbs aren't flying off everywhere. But the feet aren't connected to anything, and it looks absolutely nothing like Elon Musk. Next test. This one's gonna. I mean, this one's gonna frustrate us. 3D city fly through. 3D city fly through. It is 0.0.0.0% chance of working. On first shot. We're going to have to give it to, I'm not even going to give it a second shot. It's going to mess up on the first shot. I'm going to give it to Claude and tell it to fix it and delete like 3 points from whatever score we give it. Love the brow. Yeah, the brow. It's not the model. Gemini 3 with the same prompt had double the passing test in kilo. It's not the model. Gemini 3 in the same prompt had double the passing test in kilo code. So are you ambitious realism creates? Are you using kilo code a ton? You're the first person I met that's like a kilo code regular. Yeah, what's a giant brow going on here? It's a math major, and some questions impressed me. I've started noticing GPT is solving things most people can't. Yeah, Matt 3. That's what 5.1 Pro is really built for. It's like complex math, deep research, creative thinking. It's not made for like, hey, can you fix this coding file for me? Which is kind of what this test is, but it is what it is. That's the way the benchmarks work. Vibe code evolves daily. It's insane. At the moment, it's tech level Nokia 3310. Imagine when iPhone level vibe code. Yeah, and that's what makes it so much fun to be a content creator in the space. Is there you never have a lack of ideas or content. There's always something new to make a video on. Every day I wake up and I have 10 options for what I can make a video on. It's freaking amazing. It's so much fun. If you guys aren't creating code or creating content, highly recommend it. It's fun creating content. You just got to get through the initial discomfort. Once you get through the initial discomfort, you're good to go. Yep, Google is winning, but for how long? Well, they're Google. Who's going to beat Google? They're the most money, most resources, most profitable. What are you talking about? Some versions of Sonnet GPT have felt like regressions. I have felt that at times where like it feels like the model gets stupider over time. I have felt that where like it feels like over time the model gets a little bit dumber. There has to be something in machine learning where that's a thing, because I've felt that in multiple models. And then the new model comes out and it's like fixed. So I don't know what the issue is. It has to be something with machine learning where the models get progressively stupider over time. Get Sonnet 4.5. Yeah, Sonnet 4.5 is going to have to fix this. I have 0% faith GPT 5.1 Pro is going to be able to fix this. Wow, this is a great looking guy, says Wolf Financial. Wolf Financial is a Baltimore Ravens fan. Thank you, Wolf Financial. Everyone follow Wolf Financial. Oh, he's on YouTube. Subscribe to his YouTube. If you like financial stuff, or if you don't like financial stuff, do it too. Who cares? Real talk from a beginner. Pick a model and just start building. To decide for yourself. People spend days overthinking, researching best model and which harness. Choose what's best for you, says Slender Morris Furnishings. It's fantastic advice. That is fantastic advice, Slender Morris Furnishings. Do what's best for you, right? I'm going to give you my opinions because it's my channel. So obviously I'm just going to talk about whatever the hell I want. right? And in my opinions, this is what I'm liking right now at the moment. Sonnet 4.5 and Claude Code's my favorite. But you do what's best for your workflow, whatever you think's best. You just do what's best for you. And don't get upset when you see my stuff and we disagree. You go, oh, Alex likes this, I like this. That's fine. I mean, what's the difference between Cursor and VS Code if you just use Claude Code in the terminal? Oh, well, then nothing. It just comes down to, do you want to pay $20 a month for Cursor if you're using Claude Code and when you don't need to use Cursor for Claude Code? That's why I switched to VS Code. I don't need to use Cursor. I just put it in the terminal in VS Code. How do you think AI will be at coding in 4 years? I mean, it'll be mind-blowing. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, think about where it was a year ago. A year ago, we were at 3.7. It was a mess. And now we're at 4.5, and I think it's incredible. So think about where we're at 1 year from now, let alone 4 years from now. Oh my God. We live in the most exciting time ever. When was the last time you were able to think back and be like, oh, I know in 1 year we're going to have absolutely revolutionary technology out, like guaranteed. That's why now's the time to strike. That's why now is the time to strike and actually build stuff. Because when the stuff gets really good and is super user-friendly, the AI models and everything, then everyone's going to be building apps and releasing apps because it'll be super easy. So that's why you do it now before it's like super mainstream, because then you can get your apps out first and you can launch first. And that, you know, the faster you move, the better chance you have of success in the business world. You don't want to wait till this is super extremely easy. You want to do it when it's hard. You want to do it when it's difficult. That's when you want to do things. When the barrier is high and not many other people are doing it. That's why YouTube is such a huge opportunity. It's because its barrier's high. You got to go on camera. You got to talk. You got to make your hair look decent. That's difficult for a lot of people. So if you do YouTube now and you create videos and you put yourself out there, you've passed a high barrier, so your competition's less. So the rewards are higher. That's why you vibe code now and build apps now. It's Evan. I'm a Jets fan. Well, that's even sadder. That's even sadder, Evan. Shout out, Evan. That's why you do YouTube now. Because the barrier is high and the rewards are higher. Not many other people can do it. You got to be, if you spend your life hunting the difficult things, hunting discomfort, hunting the things that are hard to do, you're going to win. If you spend your life seeking comfort and what's easy, you're never going to win because 95% of other people are doing the same exact thing. But if you're part of the 5%, the 1% that's constantly seeking discomfort, constantly seeking the high barrier things that are hard to do, you're going to win. You're going to be doing the special things. Wouldn't be surprised if 5 Pro is deep search with a lot of reasoning, 100%. You should check if other videos are popular than NVIDIA Spark if you want to do one. It's still $4,000. I think there are other popular videos on it. And also at the same time, like I think like it is doing well, but at the same time, I just kind of want to do it selfishly. Let's see how our DJX Spark videos doing on here. DJX versus Jets and Thor. Did the predictions hold up? 5.3 thousand 11 days. That's not great. 7.5 thousand in 2 weeks. Not great. 861 in 8 days. That's not great. 119K in 1 month. That's great. 400K in 2 weeks. That's really good. 800,000 in a month. That's really good. 14K in a month. Not great. So mixed results, but I'm going to be honest, I don't even really care too much. I just want one and to build my own models. The content thing is just an excuse to get one. Just an excuse. I just want one. How deep are 8 minutes? Oh, it feels like longer than 8 minutes. GPT 5.1 Pro doesn't have access to the internet, though. If I remember, it has to have access to the internet. What are you talking about? For a non-dev dude, add a replit level VS Code in 5.1 with 5.1 or sign in Google. Wow, Google AI Studio gives me more of what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah, if you're, I mean, listen. So you're listing all the prototype tools, David, right? Like that's going to get you to step 1, but if you want to get to step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, you're going to need to move to Claude Code or Cursor from Lovable, because like you're just not going to be able to build a full app of Google AI Studio. But at the same time, at least you took that first step. Everyone can figure out Claude Code. You don't need to be a developer to figure out Claude Code. Man, imagine being a Jets fan. Oh God, I'd light myself on fire. Being a Jets fan, oh, misery. Pure misery. Could you imagine rooting for the New York Jets? Oh my God. That's horrible. Ooh, torture. Google is nice, but it's not like Claude Sonnet 4.5. When you put the prompt direct start to no ask, what you do is wrong, don't communicate with you like Sonnet. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes Sonnet 4.5 and Claude Code the best. It's the way it interacts with you. Just talking to it is the best. 100%. That's why Claude Sonnet 4.5 is king. I use Claude Code in the terminal alongside Kilo Code 75% of the time. I gotta try out Kilo Code more. I'm gonna blow my nose. We're in kind of a nose blowing situation here. Is Claude Code has the most unique UI UX design agent that's best for mobile apps? If you prompt Claude Code right, you can make spectacular UIs. You use their new design skill. I made the UI for my new landing page was completely one shot with Claude Code. And I'm not saying this is the greatest UI in the history of mankind, but like I don't think you would guess this is made by AI. I mean, maybe you would. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit here, but this was one shot with Claude Code, this UI. I think it's pretty good. Has different hover effects and stuff. It goes in on your screen slowly when you scroll down. I think this is pretty good UI. Is it the best? No. But it was one shot with Claude Code. Speaking of that, Vibe Code Academy, 1 week from today. 1 week from today, Vibe Coding Academy, 1 week from today. Link in the description. Sign up for the waitlist 1 week from today, November 28th. Vibe Coding Academy, link in the description. Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. Full Claude Code Masterclass. Full Claude Code Masterclass inside there. Community, questions, ask me questions 24/7 in there. Vibe Coding Academy, link down below. Sign up for the waitlist. Here we go. We got it. Here it is. 3D simulator fly through. I'm going to put it into VS Code. We're going to save 274 lines of code. That is not a ton. We're going to have to, when this does not work, which I'm very confident it will not work, we'll give it to Claude to fix. And it didn't work. All right, Claude. Guarantee Claude fixes them. Trying to build a 3D city simulator with another AI. I put the code down below. It's giving me some errors. Please fix it and give me back the complete code. Here are the errors. Here is the code. I mean, I knew it wouldn't. I'm not going to spend 20 minutes waiting for it to fix itself. Claude's going to fix it. We'll delete a couple points from the score because I had to rely on Claude. Guarantee Claude one-shots it. Guaranteed. Me and Gav can both hate your Pats. You can hate us all you want. You're both still losers. Although Drake May is amazing. Yes, he is. Sorry if this is off topic for your benchmark, but why don't you have videos about solutions like SpecKit or OpenCode? Do you know them? And if so, do you find them necessary? Here's the thing. I'm all about simplicity. CEO Chima from Italy. I remember you're from Italy. I'm all about simplicity. Whenever I add more tools and solutions to my workflow, look at this. Guarantee it's fixed. It's got errors, but it's going to fix it. I'm not going to have to re-prompt it to fix it. Oh, maybe I will. What's going on here? Let's see if this works. Here's my thought process, CEO Chima. Wow, Claude couldn't one-shot fix it. Looks like it still has errors. At least I'm not gonna have to wait 20 minutes for it to fix it. I am very hesitant, CEO Chima, to add any tools to my workflow, any of them, any of these extra tools. I get people texting me, oh, you got to download MCP, do this MCP server. This MCP server is great. Oh, make these 10 sub agents. You got to build these sub agents out. You got to do these 7 skills. You got to add this 1 hook. You got to add these 5/ commands. Add this open code thing. Add this code bunny thing, code rabbit. Make sure it reviews your code. I don't add anything to my workflow, CEO Chima, unless like it improves what I'm doing so much that it's worth the added complexity. So for me, Claude Code, boom, there you go. Let's download this. Let's pop it open. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. So this is GPT 5.1 Pro 3D City Simulator, where it is supposed to have a camera fly through a 3D city. So you can view it and see the different lighting and see the sun go down and see the cars drive through. This is what it came up with. Oh, camera coming up a little bit. Scale 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. The other 25% is Warp Code alongside Claude for anything that needs heavy-duty backend. Claude Code, all heavy-duty backend stuff, Claude Code's been able to nail for me. I hope Gemini 3 Flash is good at code. It should be. I like the stream from 2 accounts of stock market. Thank you, Evan. I appreciate that. Damn, I'm 12 minutes behind on replies. Chat's active today. Sorry, chat. Sorry, I'm 12 minutes behind, chat. I'm doing this all with a stuffy nose. I got to blow my nose. I'm a warrior. Subbed, and it's the best channel with the best looking guy, says Matt 3D 2D. Thank you, Matt. You're good looking too. You're a good looking guy too. I will say this. FinFam is the best looking community in the world. Definitely on YouTube. FinFam is the best looking community. Do you think Lovable and Replit are dead versus Google? Yes. Thank you for answering so many questions. Really valuable, says Davey Vaneste. Of course. Are you in New England? Go Pats. I'm from Gloucester. No, I'm in California, but I lived in Boston for a long time. I am in the Bay Area. Got to be in the center of AI. I feel like an AI is going to make GTA 6 before GTA comes out. That wouldn't surprise me. I was originally using Claude in Terminal, and then you told me to switch to Cursor versus VS Code, and now I'm going back to Terminal. You've confused me, says Jack Crazy Stories. Hey, listen, Jack Crazy Stories, if you can't handle the pivots, then the AI game's not for you, Jack Crazy Stories. It's changing. It's changing constantly. New tools released every day. If you can't handle the pivots, my man, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. It's changing. And here's the thing, Jack Crazy Stories, and this is what this pisses people off, which pisses me off. People go, oh, every other day you go, this is the best model ever. This is the best model ever. Well, yeah. Well, what do you expect? Do you expect the companies to not release improved products? Like, yeah, it's only going to get better and better as new things come out. And it's moving super fast. So, of course, every other model is going to be the best model ever. Like, do you expect Apple to release, like, the new iPhone and it's worse than, like, the last 4 models? Like, no. It's always going to be slightly better. It's always going to only get better. Why would they release a new model if it wasn't better than the other models? So, yeah, this changes all the time. Right now, it's Claude Code inside the terminal. How do Google competitors fight a free and better alternative to theirs? Yeah, that's the issue. Google has unlimited money. Google has unlimited money. How do you beat them? Just let your curiosity run. I started messing with Claude Code, and all of a sudden, 15 hours went by over the course of next week. Have fun with it and let it run. Go Panthers. Says Sam Hinson 13. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Sam. That's the best way to use these tools. Just let your curiosity go. Build things out. Excuse me. That was a big hiccup and straight into the microphone I just did there. Apologies. That was an aggressive, uncontrolled hiccup. I just did straight into the microphone. A little bit of ASMR for you there. Here's why I like anti-gravity. Is you have this playground area where you can just quickly come up with ideas off the top of your head, spin up a playground, just builds it out for you. Because this is the mindset. Sam Hinson 13 has the right mindset. Just let your curiosity run. Just start building things. Sit there and just build. And I think anti-gravity is built for that workflow, which is you just come up with ideas. You don't have to open up 100 windows on your computer. You just have this agent manager. You spin up a couple playgrounds as ideas come to you. You hit send, it goes, and the agents work on it for you. When everyone can easily vibe code an agent, how can you monetize their agents? What about an independent AI agent app store or marketplace? Well, a few different ways. Cat Shep P52. Distribution, right? Distribution. That's why you should be creating content. If I were to release an AI agent right now and announce it, I'd probably have a bunch of customers day one because I have a bunch of followers and subscribers, right? So you want to build your distribution. 2, AI agent app store marketplace. Yeah, it's a great idea and it needs to be built out. I'm working on a version of it, but yeah, it needs to be built out. Hopefully those models got faster so you can get your vibe to the model more frequently. What's worse, the Jets or the Browns? Ooh, that's a tough question. I think the Jets got to be worse, to be a worse fan of. Because the Browns, at least, every once in a while, you feel a little hope. Every once in a while, like their defense looks good. And like every once in a while, like once every 3 years, you get a little tiny spark. Jets, you never have sparks. Every year, they're horrible. Every year, every moment of every year, they're horrible. Browns, at least, you have like a game or two where they look pretty good. Like they beat the Packers earlier this year. And for a moment, you're like, oh, wait, Browns might have it. Alex, Chinese hacker used Claude Hack 30 org trick. It means jailbreak. Used AI for cyber attacks. I heard about that. If you're on waitlist, not guarantee you'll be in, you'll get in. If you're on the waitlist, I guarantee you get in for the Vibe Coding Academy. If you click the link down below, get on the wait list, I guarantee you'll get into the Vibe Coding Academy. Oh yeah, we gotta rate the city fly through. We gotta rate the city fly through. City fly through. 5.1 Pro. It's probably the worst one of the ones that worked. I mean, you can't see, and the camera's horrible. You can't see anything. And on top of that, Claude had to fix it. I mean, still probably better than Grok 4 coding fast, because Grok 4 coding fast almost broke my computer. Probably like a 1 point. No, it's worse than Grok coding fast. Because Claude had to fix it. It's a 0.9. It's a 0.9. Music visualizer. This is the one I actually think it has the best shot in, because of how complex this is. I actually think it has the best shot at nailing the music visualizer test. It has to build a music visualizer. Do you buy databases for your projects? What email provider do you use to send email confirms? I use Supabase. It has a really nice free tier, so you don't need to buy it every time. Email, I use Resend. Resend is a great developer email platform. I just thought of something. In 4 years, AI will be crazy good, but does that mean it will respond like at the speed of light? Not necessarily, but I do think as time goes on, it'll get smarter and faster. But I don't necessarily think the cutting edge is going to be lightning fast. So many people show vibe-coded apps and nobody shows how to set up DB and the intricacies that come with that and multiple projects. Is Caden Burleson. Caden Burleson, I have good news for you. In the Claude Code Masterclass that will be part of the Vibe Coding Academy, I go super in-depth on databases. Super in-depth. Super in-depth. It'll be the most in-depth vibe coding database videos you've ever seen in your entire life. In the Claude Code Masterclass that will be a part of the Vibe Coding Academy. Ship your first AI app in 28 days with Claude Code. Launching 1 week from today. Waitlist open. Link in the description. So there's that. Do you ever ask Claude Code what the other model does wrong? Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. What's up? What's up, Asa Wooswoo? Grok 5 will beat all AIs. I feel like... Why do you think Grok 5 will beat all the other AIs, Asa Wooswoo? Why? Every time a new model comes out, oh, Grok 2 is going to destroy that. Oh, Grok 3 is going to destroy that. Oh, Grok 4, going to destroy that. There's no other model where every time you talk about any other AI, a bunch of people go, oh, wait till you try the next Grok with that. Wait till, no one ever goes, oh, wait till you try the next GPT with that. ChatGPT 6, going to blow that out the water. Or, oh, wait till you see Claude 6, man. Wait till you see Claude 6. No one does that. But with Grok, you always get the birds in the comments go, oh, Grok's going to destroy that. Grok's going to destroy that. It's not a diss at you, Asawusu. It just seems like half the people on the internet really wants to become Elon Musk's friend really bad. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying if you ever compliment any AI on Twitter that isn't Grok, you're going to get 400 replies that say, oh, well, have you tried Grok with that? And it's like, bro, we've done the benchmarks. We've done the benchmarks. I mean, shout out the XAI team. What they're doing is amazing. But like the chirpers in every reply section when you don't talk about Grok. Oh, have you tried Grok 4.1 fast coding for that? Have you? The point of your content is to keep me ahead, man. It's my first point of contact, says David Wright 6392. That's what I'm here for. About a month ago, will all courses be available on launch day? Yes. You want a little tease? All of them will be available on launch day. Here they all are. Adding new features, debugging, coming up with new ideas, setting up the database, an off 45-minute banger of a section right there. Claude rules, GitHub, building out the MVP, setting up your AI Copilot, ChatGPT API, architecture of apps, the tools, mindset. We go over mindset of vibe coding. Vibe Code Academy, link down below. Day one, this will all be available. Day one, this will all be available. And there's more. We're not even done yet. I'm going to go over marketing, creating tweets, creating content, getting your first customers, doing the beta test, getting feedback, updating your app, hosting it on Vercel. We go over architectures of how apps work. Look at this. We go through GitHub, how GitHub works, setting up your GitHub, your Claude rules, optimizing your prompts, debugging. Link down below. vibecodingacademy.dev. Link down below. Sign up for the waitlist. You're going to want to. You're going to want to. 1 week from today. 1 week from today, baby. I think it's going to do well in this music simulator. I really do think 5.1. Also, when's your launch day? 1 week from today. Yeah, Jets kill their players with that field too. Yeah. Sadly, I'm a fourth generation Browns fan. It's no fun having so much potential and top tier players and the administration can't do. Yeah, that's the thing, is at least the Browns have some sort of hope. Like, you get Myles Garrett and like a few other good players. The Jets like don't even have good players. Like, they roll out like Justin Fields every week. Like, you don't even have hope. When you roll out Justin Fields, like, you don't have hope of winning. They're just like, yeah, team stinks. Put him out there. Anti-gravity is good for prototyping in agent mode. Yeah, 100%. I love the sandbox functionality in anti-gravity, where you can just come up with ideas, sandbox it, like get the playground it, right? And then if you like it, then you can move it into a real project. I love that feature. That's why I'm bullish on anti-gravity. ChatGPT Pro subscriber, the waiting is the exact reason I never use Pro mode ever. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use Pro mode too much. I think 5.1 thinking is basically as good as Pro, and it's 10,000 times faster. Why do people do that with Grok? I'll tell you why. And I hate to say it out loud because it's going to piss some people off, but I'm going to say it out loud anyway. There's just a lot of sycophants out there. There's a lot of people trying to get a little engagement, get a couple of retweets, get a couple likes, get a couple bookmarks. And so they say, oh, Grok's the best. Like, if OpenAI had their own social media site that people were passionate about, everyone would be saying OpenAI is the best. Just is what it is. I think OpenAI has lost the vision a bit. The race between Google and XAI. XAI is the same position Google was in originally. The rate at which they improve will close the gap. I don't know. I think OpenAI is, from a business perspective, the most cutthroat out of all of them. And I think that's going to be advantageous. Hey, I'm late, but I have an excused absence. I was watching the anti-gravity video when the notice for the stream popped up. I hope it didn't piss you off too much, the anti-gravity video. It pissed off a lot of people. I second that, David Wright. Why reinvent the wheel when my dude is slaying dragons over here? Let's go. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. That means a lot. After getting torched in the anti-gravity video, that is nice. Claude Code getting smarter both in CLI and VS Code. Yes, it is. Claude Code, still my daily driver. Creator Buddy on X, very impressive. I built it. All with Claude Code. I would watch that. Been thinking of doing something like that myself, says Michael. I forget what you were talking about. What were you talking about? Start to finish plus mod. Yeah, it covers everything. Start to finish, coming up with ideas, building it out, marketing, monetization. Wait, why is my comment being skipped? Says Zane5036. Zane5, this is my least favorite comment to get in the chat. Zane5036. I am but one man, Zane. I am but one man with the most active live stream community on all YouTube. I get thousands of replies here. I simply cannot go through every single one. I have to kind of skip ahead sometimes. I can't read every single one, Zane5036. So instead of being a little bit of privileged and saying, hey, why didn't you read my message? Why didn't you read my message? Be calm. Be patient. If I skip over, just send it again. If I skip over 3 or 4 times, that means I probably didn't like the question. But if I skip over it once, cut me some slack. I'm managing 100 different things while vibe coding, while going into different apps, while managing a chat, while managing a live stream. It ain't all about you, Zane5036. It ain't all about you, buddy. in a lighthearted way. They always do that. Oh, I was just joking. Being lighthearted. Sorry, dude, I understand. No, don't take it to heart. It was more like me laughing about it. Oh, haha. Explain the benchmark and show us. Yes. This is the world famous Alex Finn benchmark. There are 4 benchmarks, Zane 5036, 4 of them. A first-person shooter test. Did a pretty good job on it, actually. And Elon dancing animations. Wasn't that good. A city fly-through. 3D city fly-through simulator. It was horrible. Now we're doing a music visualizer test where I have to make a song and make a visualizer for the song. My recommendation to anyone who's going to do the academy, have a product idea ready to work on and go through the course. Do the work alongside the material. We all learn better by doing. So SNBART 0, there's actually an entire section around coming up with ideas. So you don't need to come into the academy with an idea. We'll do exercises together to come up with ideas. And then I give you an option. Once you get through that section, I say you have 2 options moving forward. You can choose one of the ideas you came up with during the last exercise and build it out alongside with me. It's going to be more challenging, but you'll learn a lot. Or you can build out exactly what I'm building out, and you won't learn quite as much because you're just kind of copying what I'm doing, but it'll be a little bit more hands-on because you get to do every single thing I do. So I give you those 2 options when you do the academy. But you don't need to go in with an idea. There's an entire section around coming up with ideas. An entire 18-minute section. And I think there's more parts to it too. I think there's other videos in there around coming up with ideas. Where's section 2? Did I skip section 2 in here? Whatever. Let's see how ChatGPT is still going here. Still chugging along at 12 minutes. ChatGPT memory is the best moat. I've tried 100 times to feed memory into Gemini and Claude, but they never invoke memory proactively. Why do you think they're so bad at memory? Don't understand. I don't know. And it's been smart of OpenAI to focus on memory, because you're right. I mean, I think some of these models like Gemini 3 are actually better than 5.1 thinking, but I'm sticking with 5.1 thinking as my daily driver because it just knows me better. It is a great moat. Will there be videos on changing the web app for Play Store or iOS? So there's not specific iOS videos. I will eventually add iOS videos. There will eventually be like a mobile app section. But I do cover a lot, like if there's other customizations you want to do, here's how to approach it. Here's how to approach talking to the AI. Here's how to approach asking questions so you can figure out how to do those things. So you will be able, I go over how you can figure it out on your own. It's a live academy, so I'll add more videos as we go. I'll add eventually cursor videos and best AI for wireframing. I don't know. I don't do a lot of wireframing. I just go to the AI and say, hey, I'd like to build this. Here's some inspiration. My process for, you want to see my process for building out UI? I have a folder on Twitter. And it's a bookmark folder. And anytime I see something that visually I like, I bookmark it. And then when you want to build the UI, you go back to your folder with all the visual inspiration like this. And you screenshot it and you give it to your model of choice. I want to build a game that looks like this. Here's an idea for a game. Has anyone here played Arc Raiders? So it's a third-person extraction shooter, which means you drop in to a map, kind of like in Fortnite, and you go around and you look for loot, and then you got to extract with your loot, right? You got to go to a specific area and extract with your loot. If you die, you just lose all your loot. What if I made a game like this, kind of like a, what's the game called? The farming game? I forget what it's called. But like a 2D top-down pixelated game like this. But this was an extraction shooter. And you can pick up loot. But you can also you also have a house you can maintain and like put your loot in the house and organize the loot. Harvest Moon. There's another one. There's another popular one. Like what if it was like this? What if there was an Arc Raiders like this? Stardew Valley. Yeah, Stardew Valley. What if it was like a mix between Arc Raiders and Stardew Valley? 2D top down like Stardew Valley like this, where you find loot. And you find loot and you have to extract, and you can like build your own house and take all the loot you find and build your house with the loot you find. I think that would be sick. And it's multiplayer, so there's other people running around too trying to kill you and take your loot. I think that's a sick idea. I want to build that out. I think that'd be a really sick idea. And here, I'll take it to the next level. And this part might turn a bunch of people off. Let's see where ChatGPT is at the benchmark. Still going. This next idea might turn people off, but bear with me here. Bear with me here. In the game, everything is kind of on chain, where if you like find money in the wild, it's actually like a cryptocurrency. So you're actually extracting with things that are worth money. And so think of how the higher the stakes go now that things are worth money. Like you go and you find like a huge treasure chest that has like $100 worth of crypto in it. And now you got to find a way to extract. And everyone around you knows you have the $100 worth of crypto in your pockets. And so now they're hunting you and trying to get it. Like think of how intense that makes it. And all the items and loot you find are like NFTs. So like they're tradable too. So you can find them and you can sell it in like a marketplace. And now you're like running around and like you find them and you're like, I got to extract now or I lose all of this. I have like $200 worth of stuff in my pocket. Wouldn't that be a sick game? I want to vibe code it like this. I like the way this looks. I want to make it like this. A preview of my game, Broth and Bullets, showing my latest work. Terrain and doodads are still work in progress. The game runs entirely on the web. Something like that, you know? How's ChatGPT doing the music? The game can't be its own altcoin. Could launch on Pump Fund or something, and playing the game could also add to the stock. The game can be its own altcoin. Could launch on Pump Fund or something, and playing the game also adds to the stock. Yeah, that's exactly how it would work. That's exactly how it worked, SNS Bart 0. 100%. Is that a good idea? Do you like that idea? Have you tried Google Stitch for UI? Drops the Twitter images in there and export what's produced to anti-gravity. Google Stitch. Introducing Redesign Agent. Redesign and edit your app with a screenshot or URL with a little help from Pro. Interesting. The video goes straight to a tweet. Update the Stitch homepage to announce our new Redesign Agent powered by Nano Pro. Pro Redesign. See, that's the thing. Joe Hernandez, you lost me at crypto and NFT. You got to open up your brain a little bit. Think about this. Joe Hernandez, 1812. Think about this. Right now, when you play these games, they're just digital stuff on a database, on a server that you don't control and it's worth nothing. But now imagine when you're playing the game and you find money in the game. Right now you find money in Arc Raiders and it's just a counter on your screen. But now imagine how intense it would be if you're playing a game where you need to extract and you find real money in the game. Think of how intense that makes the game. Right? Like, oh, now I'm a mile away from the extraction point. If I die, I lose everything. But if I make it to the extraction point, I leave with $100 worth of goods. That makes the game 10 times more intense. And you don't need to, like, and you won't even know. It might get hacked, no? But that's the thing with blockchain, you can't hack. It can't be hacked. That's the beautiful thing about decentralization in the blockchain is you can't hack it. Can't be hacked. You'd have to hack every computer around the world to do that. Dr. Disrespect had that idea for his game he was building, and he had to abandon. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But his game was a little different. It was like a 3D first-person shooter type game. This is going to be a little bit more like casual Stardew Valley top-down. But yeah, it's the same idea. It makes sense, but crypto entities have left a lot of people with a bad taste in their mouth because of rug pulls. 100%. 100%, Joe Hernandez, it has. But at the end of the day, the technology backing it is still revolutionary. It is. Like, that's just like, you can't deny that. Like, it's not subjective. It's objective. It's revolutionary technology. Right? And so just because it's been misused a million different times, eventually people will find a way to use it the right way. And it's like, okay, if you don't want to use it, that's fine. But like, at the same time, it's taking the genre to a whole new level. Hack the game to take it from who has it. You can't. It's on the blockchain. You can't hack it. You can't steal it. That's not how it works. Hey, Alex, I appreciate your live stream. I want to thank you for your videos. I will see you next time. Appreciate you, Frau. Let's see how we're going here with this benchmark. Still going. But here's the thing, Joe Hernandez. Here's another thing. What if you had no idea it was backed by the blockchain? What if you didn't have to know it was crypto or NFTs unless you wanted to know it? And what I mean by that is, like, everything will be managed in the game. And if you want to take stuff out of the game to sell it somewhere else, then you can manage it. So it's optional. It's not like you have to. 22 minutes in, GPT-5 is still making this music visualizer. Oh, yeah, Stitch. Sorry, Stitch. Okay, so how does it work? Reimagine your site for different audiences. Redesign this page for a younger audience. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try Google Stitch. Get this off my screen. All right, describe your design. Can I just put in a URL for Google Stitch? Make that site look better so it gets more people to join the wait list. Is that going to work? Will that work? If that works, that's amazing. Oh, it knows it's Vibe Coding Academy. Since I can't directly edit an existing site, I'll generate a new design for the landing page. To make sure I capture what you have in mind for a better look, how about we focus on a few key areas for the redesign? I could generate a landing page and emphasize a clear call to action, showcasing the benefits, and appealing monitoring. How does that sound, starting point? Yes, and let's also make it more visually appealing with awesome, smooth animations and anything else that makes it feel more modern. Let's see how this goes. The blockchain can't be hacked, but the game could be. Prompt injection risk will skyrocket if there's a crypto involved as table stakes. That's fair. That's fair. It's a fair point. I mean, V1's going to, so it's going to be a multi-phase game. V1 is going to be offline with just computers. Same concept for the game. V2, then we'll put it online. And then V3, if things go the way we want it to go, then we could add kind of the real money stuff. So it's going to start off just as an offline extraction shooter. I do know the younger gen is shorter attention span, but hell, monitoring micropulse transaction requires full attention. All right, let's see how good the stitch here is in redesigning this website. If this works, I'll be pumped, dude. This works. You'll have a fan in me. Skins and microtransaction is the move. So Joe, do you think you think I should go free game and then have microtransactions in it and skins? Free game, free online extraction shooter with microtransactions and skins. The redesign is just the latest feature. You can start with a prompt or upload images. How's 5.1? Benchmarks aren't going well here. B being garage 9743. Where are we with all right. We'll start V1 with that. I appreciate that feedback, Joe Hernandez. Will you be one of my beta testers, Joe Hernandez? Here we go. 26 minutes in. 26 minutes in. Here we go. You guys ready? All right, I'm gonna have to stop the music so you can hear this. All right, let me stop the music. All right, you guys ready? Music visualizer test. GPT 5.1 Pro. You might want to turn your volume down a couple notches. I'm down to beta test and I'll buy the first skin, says Joe Hernandez 1812. I appreciate that, Joe Hernandez. I'm a Joe Hernandez fan. Thank you. Then add a social aspect where people can flex. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking, Joe Hernandez. So we're getting deep into video games and nerdy stuff here. I apologize for people who don't give a hoot. I think these extraction shooters would be so much better if there was some sort of flex component where you had like a house that you can add your loot to and show off your loot. That's what would be in this game. That's where this kind of Stardew Valley functionality comes in, where like you're building like your own house with all the loot you find. Anyway, let's do this. Volume down like 2 notches. Here we go. Like, what if Joe Hernandez, like, you find like you could not only find like loot, weapons, gear in the wild, but you also find like furniture. Like, what if you find like a sick sofa in the wild while you're running around, and then you could bring that sofa home and put it in your house, and then people can come over to your house and be like, whoa, that sofa is sick. That's sick. You know? Score 1 to 10. Score 1 to 10. And it's, in my opinion, it's fine. If 5 is average, that's a 5.3, in my opinion. So 5.1 Pro on the world famous Alex Finn benchmarks. I'm not impressed, going to be honest. 18.1. So a little bit better than Grok 4. Coding. Fast. Below GPT 5.1 thinking, Sonnet 4.5, Kimi K2, Opus 4.1, GPT 5, and obviously way below Gemini 3 Pro. Yeah, I should deduct 50% off all these scores for being 100. But here's the deal. So here's the thing. Oh, I'm not showing my benchmarks. Apologies. I always do that, don't I? I'm not good with the screen share. So 18.1. I give it a 5.3. 18.1 is the final score for 5 Pro, 5.1 Pro. But here's the thing, right? I don't think these benchmarks are a good reflection on the purpose of 5.1 Pro. The purpose of 5.1 Pro is to solve really, really, really difficult challenges, math challenges, research challenges, things like that. I don't know if its purpose is to one-shot like 3D simulators. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off about that. Maybe it is its purpose. But it didn't do it nearly as well as the other models, and it did it significantly slower, even though it didn't do it nearly as well. I mean, 5.1 thinking it was significantly better than 5.1 Pro at doing these tests. I'm still going to use 5.1 Pro. I'm going to use 5.1 thinking significantly more. But you got to use it for like research, creative thinking, business planning, things like that. What could be more important than a dancing Elon Musk SVG? That's a really good point. What was the workflow I just got from my main man over here? He just ambitious realism creates. If you move your Stitch project to Google AI Studio, it will build out the page and you can annotate. So, okay, so you're saying I could move it from here. Let's see how this looks first of all. It looks all right. I don't think this looks better than this. What do you guys think looks better? This design here? Or this design? I think I like this black and orange design better. At the same time, I have a distinct feeling it couldn't read the website. I have a distinct feeling it could not read the website because nothing on the website's here. There's nothing on the website here from my original website. So I have a very distinct feeling it couldn't go to my URL and look at anything because I think it looks worse and it includes none of the content from here. I think I like this design better. Yeah, yours. I like your design a lot. Oh, you like the design a lot, Sora Nico? So this was one shot with Claude Code. So I don't know if people see it. Joe Hernandez, good to have you here, man. Catch you on the next one. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. I don't know if people have seen it, but the product manager at Claude Code released a new skill, a front-end design skill. I'll show it to you. Let's see if I have it bookmarked. I think I bookmarked it. Yeah, if you haven't yet, if you use Claude Code and you want to design really good front ends, I'll put the tweet in a comment. Go to this tweet. Not now. Don't leave the live stream. Not now. But after. This will download and install a Claude skill into Claude Code for front-end design. And it's excellent. Mwah, chef's kiss. It's excellent. Let's test GPT 5.1 Codex. Max extra high. Let's do this. Let's come back Monday and do it. We've done this for 2 hours now. I try to keep these to 2 hours so I can get other things done. We'll come back Monday and we'll test 5.1 Codex, max extra high, plus, C++, bonus high, plus. Crowd screams in unison, harness test. There's so many things to test, though. We got to do GPT-5. We got to do Composer 1, Sonnet 4.5, and Claude Code, Gemini 3. Here's what we'll do. See you later, Sora Nico. Good having you here, Sora Nico. Here's what we'll do. Over the weekend, I will come up with a new benchmark. So I'll come up with all the new prompts. We'll redo the benchmarks for the harnesses. I'll come up with brand new ones. I'll make sure they work well. And then we'll come in Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Test even Sonnet 4.5. What, inside Claude Code? All right, let's do Sonnet. I mean, this isn't going to... Let's do this. Sonnet. We'll do one more test. Sonnet 4.5 in Claude Code. Your begging worked, Slender Morris Furnishings. Your begging worked. We're going to do the old benchmarks. We're going to do the old benchmarks for the harness. We're going to do one harness test on the old benchmarks because I don't feel like coming up with new benchmarks right now. Just to see if it goes better. And then what I'll do is over the weekend, I'll come up with new benchmarks, new prompts and tests we can do. And we'll do those specifically for the harnesses. So we're going to do the tests inside of Claude Code. Here we go. Let me delete all the code. And let's do Claude. Command not found Claude. What? All right. We'll just do the plugin. Here we go. Sonnet 4.5 inside of Claude Code, which in my opinion, is the absolute best way you can write code with AI right now. Let's make sure we're on Sonnet 4.5. Yep. Oh. There we go. Let's build it. We're going to do it. First harness test ever. First harness test ever. Sonnet 4.5. Here we go. And then I'll come up with a whole new set of tests to do over the weekend. That'll be much better for harness tests. It's taking a little bit longer than most of the... Oh, let me put the music back on in the background so you guys get some nice dopamine hits. Is this broken? Claude Code never takes this long. I'm gonna open up a new window. Maybe this is Claude Code never. I mean, it's not even giving me a plan. Let's do this. Nope. Open a new folder. Oh, it's going. Never mind. Here we go. Claude Code first. The IDE plugin sucks. Yeah, but I don't know why the terminal isn't working for me for some reason. Claude Code's not installed in whatever folder I am in right now. Install Claude Code. Let me get the command so I can just install it in whatever folder this is. I am in the folder. The whole thing's just moving really slow. Let me open up a new terminal. Documents, new folder, harness tests. May not found Claude. All right, it's installing Claude Code. I don't know why it was installed before. CD, I am in the project folder. Here we go. How many lines of code? 8, 10, that's pretty good. So this is the first benchmark This is the first-person shooter benchmark for the first harness test we're doing, which is Claude Code. P.S. My name is Matt. Sorry, I only have a business. That's all good, Matt. You're good. You're good. All right, here we go. First test. Neon Havoc. Here we go. WASD move, mouse look, click shoot, collect power-ups, and eliminate all enemies. Here we go. Works on first try. I think it looks pretty good. Wave cleared, new wave incoming. Okay, so it has like, oh wow, look at this. Taking damage. All right, the enemies are a little messed up here. There's like 100 of them. And you can only shoot one at a time. Rapid fire activated. It's pretty good. I think it's glitching with the 100 enemies spawned at once. Rapid fire ended. What are the power-ups? This is all rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. Score, health in the top left, enemies. There's 700 enemies on screen now. I have 700 enemies I'm going to have to kill to get to the next wave. Oh, what's the purple power-up? What's the purple and red power-ups? Health restored. Gotta love the neon. It's always cyberpunk neon themed. It's always cyberpunk neon themed. What do you guys think that is? I mean, it doesn't look quite as good as 5.1 Pro, but a one-shot. Claude always one-shots it. It's always good at one-shotting it. 1 to 10. Game still running well with that many. Yeah, and it runs well. Anything made by Grok, it just slowed down to a halt. I'm just going to end this in a second. I think that is 7.9. You think that's the best? 7.9 would be the best we've ever seen. DWE. It's got to be higher than 5.1 Pro. I think that's like a 7.4. Last one. We're 5-1. Needed Claude to get it to work. See my bet above. Well, it didn't need Claude. This was Claude Code. This was Claude Sonnet 4.5 and Claude Code. It took one shot. That was a one shot. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do one last one, then we're going to finish the benchmark Monday. We're going to do the Elon animation. One last one. We're over our normal time here. Let's do this. Let's clear the code. Let's slash clear this. Claude, can we get this running? Elon animation time. Here we go. Everything else took multi. Yeah, there was only one prompt, and it worked first time. One-shotted. That's my point. One-shotted and 5.1 wasn't your score. I thought you were giving the Claude one a 5.1 out of 10. Yeah, it needed Claude to work. So Claude cleans up the messes of every other one. All right, what is this? Why did I don't know, whatever. Let's see here. All right, you ready for the Elon test? go. Animated Elon. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. It looks like a friggin' caterpillar. I mean, I think it's better than 5.1 Pro. I don't know what the body ratios are here. What is this? Is this hips? What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, 1 to 10. It's kind of freaking me out. It looks like it's out of a horror movie. 1 to 10. 5 is average. Is that below or above average? I think it's got to be kind of a little bit below average, maybe, because it doesn't really look accurate height. Elon's built like that. I don't know. Maybe above that. I mean, at least the limbs aren't flying off. 3, you guys think it's below average? I think it's a 5.2. All right, we're coming back Monday. We're going to finish the, we'll be on a cliffhanger here. We're going to finish the benchmarks for Claude Code on Monday. I'll have new benchmarks fully prepared we can test out for all the other harnesses. 7.5, if you read comments after, you're going to see my bet up above. I'm going to read it. I'll read it. I appreciate y'all guys. Ambitious Realism Crates, thanks for turning me on to Stitch. We're going to play with Stitch all weekend. I hope you guys have an excellent weekend. Build some cool stuff. Have fun. Enjoy. Watch the Patriots win. Enjoy life. Love you guys. Thanks for making this so much fun. These are all amazing. These are all fun to do. Appreciate you all, and we will talk Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific time.